Welcome everybody to the Collective Podcast, where we like to share what we have going on. I'm joined by my friend, brother, and co-founder Ashiki, Mr. Jerome Brown, and Stanley Keys. We are all brothers here. We want to make sure that we were keeping you guys abreast of everything that was going on, because we got so much going on, don't we, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So much going on. We got a couple of things we want to talk to you guys about. I'm going to briefly, and I'm going to say this again, fellas, briefly go around the table, let you guys introduce yourselves, and add anything pertinent to what we're talking about. I'm going to start with you, brother Ashiki.
Ashiki Jamu, I'm here for the people, and that's what we do. Public Owned Property Solutions is the company. Short Pop Solutions. That's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Big Fule, artist, working with the community. Yeah, man, we here for everybody, bro. We have the collective. Pull it up.
Stanley Keys, facility manager here at the Collective, artist as well. Just like Fule says, come pull up, come see us, come meet us. We're here for y'all.
Nice, nice. This is a brotherhood. You guys can't see Mission right now because he's working on ones and twos, but he is another part of this brotherhood, as well as brother Josh, who's filming right now. We built this based on the bond of brotherhood, helping the community, and we think it's very important that we put that out there and let it be known. We have a couple of things that are going on that are coming up, right, guys? Some exciting stuff too, man. Jerome, you want to talk to everybody about what you got going on?
Man, December 19th, man, me, Fule, and Josh Adams, man, we throwing another banger again. If you don't remember what happened last time, the fire marshal had to come out, you know what I'm saying? We're bringing 45 marshals this time, man.
40?
Yeah, man, we was elbows to elbows. It was only standing room like the Lions was playing, man. So you gotta come out, laugh now, cry later. Come, do not be too cool for school. Come get your laugh on, come get your joke on. We got loves, hugs, and no drugs, you know what I'm saying? So me and Josh Adams, man, come out and have a good time, dog. We got comedy, we got some, I'm doing some music, and I got Megawatts and Vicky Lou with me. So come on, man, come out, we having a great time. Doors open at 6, show starting at 7. Please don't be late, because we on my time, not CP time.
For sure.
That part, man. I love doing these type of events at the Collective, brother Ashiki, because I know we built this as a community resource, a community hub, but you know, what's more community than the culture coming together and laughing together? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because that's a major part of what we do in terms of for the community. Bringing shows, atmosphere. Our next phase is going to be working with Fule on the next level, and that's going to be more of, let's say, a sit-down audience.
Yeah.
So that we can have audience take place. And then on some serious notes, talk about some of the things that are in our community that we need to address.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we talk about things, but we do nothing about things.
All right, speak on it then,
That's
brother.
what it's about.
All right, yeah. I mean, that's what we're here for, you know, shine that light on, you know, I don't want to say the dark sides of our community, but maybe the shaded sides.
No, definitely the things we talk about, the elephant in the room.
Yeah,
really got to speak about it.
And then address it.
Yeah, address it. And just because you're the person addressing it doesn't mean that you can't be a part of the solution. That's
Definitely.
what people get that mixed up, you know?
Right. Be comfortable having those uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah. And just because you're the person addressing it doesn't mean that you're a part of the problem either.
You might be the person that actually bridges the gap.
And it doesn't mean you're not part of the problem. It's kind of crazy. People think, oh, because I'm saying something to you about it, it's not something that I have a problem with as well. It's just, hey, I know that it needs to be on the table and talked about, and I'm willing to talk about it. My mom always told me, you know, being a man is making decisions and standing behind them, but it's also making sure you have those tough conversations. You know, a lot of people shy away from the tough conversations because they don't want to feel uncomfortable. But we got to get uncomfortable because that's where the growth is, right, brother?
Oh yeah, and especially, be willing to fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Be willing to get punched in the mouth, taste your own blood, but be willing to hand it to other people. Because what it is that we've been taken it for so long. Now it's time to give it to others.
Yep.
And it's time to let other people know that we're here and it's our time. For years, like one of the things we're doing is the Kwanzaa thing. And for years, Kwanzaa has been brought to our community, and we've accepted Kwanzaa, and we've been active in Kwanzaa. But there's major things that's in Kwanzaa that we have not addressed. And the first thing is unity.
Yeah.
For 20 years, this has been going on in our community, but where is the unity? Why is it every time we bring up something to come together, it just easily is dismantled? So that's what the collective is here. So we hold each other accountable, hold everybody accountable, so then we can start taking things to the next level together, and then put the pressure on me, because that pressure makes it that I step up to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Champions are made from pressure put on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You'll never have everybody talks about who Michael Jordan was, but the only reason why he is who he is because of that pressure that was put on him to turn out and show out.
Yes.
So that's what we're here to do. Put pressure on our community, put pressure on our so-called leaders, and then for us to make our own leaders.
And put pressure on ourselves as well.
Oh yeah.
Right, fellas?
Most
You
definitely.
know, because the number one thing about that, what we're preaching is accountability. We want the community to be accountable, but that has to come from a show of accountability of ourselves too, right?
Yeah.
You know, we lead them by example. You know, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. This is how we expect you to move. You know, and hopefully, you know, not hopefully, the community will get behind us.
Oh yeah.
The community is behind us.
Oh yeah, for sure. And what it takes, because like one thing, and we gotta inspire one another. You inspire me. Like you telling me like, hey man, I run at 4 o'clock every day. Right there, that right there lets you have to understand what does that take.
He does.
What does that take in a
Yes, he
person
does. I got
to
the
get up?
screenshots to prove it.
You know, what does that take?
Yes, he does.
I send the group chat my run every morning, like, you know, because that's what, like I was saying, accountability, and plus I would never tell anyone to do something that I'm not willing myself to do.
Right,
You
right.
feel me? I walk around preaching health. I walk around preaching, you know, accountability. You know, if you can't hold me accountable, if I'm not out here being healthy, there's no way I'm gonna say anything to you about it. You know what I mean? But when the fact that I have that accountability, now I am free. I free myself to be able to hold others accountable with no issue, because I know that when they come to me, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do. So I expect that from other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then internally, like, what does it take every day to get up, rain, sleep, no matter what, to get up, gear up, and say, you know what, I'm about to hit it. And that's you know, it takes the discipline, but then it also takes the mindset.
Yep.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? The mindset that, you know, no matter what, I might have to taste it today, but
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I can spit it out and keep on going.
Speaking of which, today I slid on ice, and it was so I didn't hurt myself. I literally slid so clean, but I sent the screenshot to them of the run as I usually do, and you could see the gap in the
slide.
yeah, you could see the gap in the run, and I literally slid, and I got up and looked around, and I was like, does someone see that? No cars are coming. And I'm like, okay, I'm out. You know, it does. It takes discipline. It takes the mindset, and it also, you gotta have that. You know, no matter what, I'm gonna get it done, right?
Yeah.
No matter what. And like I tell y'all all the time, bro, I don't lose, so ain't no weather about to beat me. You feel me?
Right.
Ain't none of that. But speaking of unity, we want to make sure you guys know that we have a partnership with the Black Panthers in Detroit, with Baba Blair Anderson, who is a very close friend of Ashiki's. And the Black Panther Honor Guard will be doing quite a few events here over at the Collective, okay? Because we don't just talk about brotherhood, we live it, okay? Also, I didn't even tell you this, Brother Ashiki. I was named the Director of Operations for the Black Panther Honor Guard. So we're gonna intertwine this stuff. We're gonna make sure that this stuff is running hand in hand. not only are we saying that we're the collective, but we're collectively taking care of our community. It starts with us. It starts with us shining lights into those dark areas we talked about, Brother Shiki brought up, and bringing that conversation out so it can be had. Because once the conversation is had, we can move forward. You know, hey, you know, I take care of you, you take care of me. Unity, we're working together, but it needs to be said. You know what I mean? Because you know, and I'm gonna be frank, and I'll let you guys piggyback if you want to. I'll be frank. Too often, our community will go out of our community to do what we need done, get what we need done, spend our money, take our money outside of our community, and then we'll come back and we'll be like, oh, they didn't start our roads, they didn't, you know, it's why is it so dirty here? Why don't we have these stores? Because they know that instead of shopping in your community, you'll come out to the suburbs. So we'll take care of the suburbs. They've made it seem like going shopping in the suburbs is a privilege, you know?
They do.
And because of that, when we go out to Troy, we think that we're doing something big, you know, we're going to Somerset Mall, it's in Troy, it's off the freeway, you know, look at what I'm doing. People post pictures, they talk about it in songs, you know, and we don't have that same pride in our neighborhoods. And what people don't understand is that it's built, right? It's built. That pride has to be built. You spend money in your neighborhood, and then the businesses in your neighborhood take care of the neighborhood, and then you have people coming into the neighborhood from the suburbs, right? And then you have the pride. But we have to start by taking care of one another. What do you guys think?
I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things is when we look at vocabulary, a suburb, it's suburban.
Yep.
So what we have to look at that is we live in an urban environment that is more structured. When you go to the suburb, there's not as much structure.
Yep.
What we're looking at is the economic side of things, because a lot of times the people that primarily go to college live in the suburbs, and then more workers live in the city. But when we start really looking at that, it's the mindset. We have to change the inner city mindset to say like, hey, well really we have the advantage. We have the biggest advantage, and that advantage is numbers.
Yep.
When we open a business in any city, our advantage is numbers. When I deal with the suburbs, their advantage is that they're bringing forth style, or they're saying that, oh, I have this class, and that's what we're reaching for. A lot of times in our community, we're going out of our community because we're looking at it to say like the grass is greener on the other side, but not realizing that one thing, it's grass.
Yep.
So no matter what color it is, it's grass. You know what I'm saying?
The cow gonna eat on both sides.
Right. And then the thing is that we have to look at our economics, because what has transpired as, let's look at it from this way. There's different, we're foundational Americans. I don't care what anybody wants to say, we can throw races on it, but the people, our ancestors has been here before there was a United States of America, any way we want to look at it. So when we have other groups, and the reason why I bring that up is because our group, out of all groups, are consumers.
Yep.
We don't have the culture or the countries to go back to. We don't have Ghana to go back to. We don't have any of these countries to go back to.
Yep.
Even when you look at the Caribbeans, we don't have that to go back to.
Yep.
So we are straight up Americans.
Yep.
So when we look at that, we have to start becoming producers of things, so we're not just constantly buying from other groups.
That part.
Because the more that we buy from other groups, now they can live better than you, because your money is not even circulating amongst your own group.
And our money move markets. Our money move markets.
They say we are
Look
the
at Louis.
poorest, but they put all their businesses in our vicinity.
Louis, Gucci, all them. And so my thing is that we make our own brand. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
We just buy our own clothes, because that's one of the main things that we buy when it comes down to farming.
Yep.
Why don't we have more farms.
Yes.
You know, because everybody has to eat every day. There's 8 billion people on the planet that has to eat every day,
Yep.
no matter how you look at it.
Yep. Yep.
Right. So it's just the way that we're looking at it. And then, you know, one thing that we did tag on the game, and the game is the races.
Yeah.
Because we have to understand, we're American. Let's throw that race. Let's throw our colors out. We're more American than most people that are in America today.
Yep.
So challenge us on that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So don't nobody ever tell me to leave what we done built.
That
Why
part.
don't you leave and build something?
That part.
You know, come at me and show me what y'all have built. You know, so I just love our people, and I love our people, and I love who we are, and I love what we're doing. The thing is that we just have to hold our people accountable, and don't let each other down. You know,
Amen.
not a handout, a hand up.
That part.
I like that.
That part.
I like that.
That part. I love that. I love that. We got a couple of other things started going on, right? Our very own Mission Smith, his wife is throwing a dream board party. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start with the Cliff Project. Now, this project is private to the members of this association, Curvy Girl, but I still want to bring it up because it is indicative of the work we're doing in the community. Miss Yolanda and Dr. Dumas will have people here, and they'll be pampering ladies all day. They're going to feed them, and they give them clothes, they give them toys for their kids. They're going to let their kids come out and play all day while they're pampering them. And like I said, this is indicative of the work we want to do in our community, the work that we are doing in our community. We just kind of need to be a little bit more vocal, right?
Yeah.
It needs to be known that this work is being done. You know, we love our community. We're here in the community, boots on the ground, right, fellas? Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't want to skip over that because that's going to be on the 22nd. We'll have tons of content for that. But like I said, our very own Mission Smith on the ones and twos back there, his wife is throwing a dream board party. Now, show of hands, fellas, which of you guys have done a vision board before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Big Fule? Vision board before?
No, I haven't. I told you, every time Mission has actually convinced me to do my vision board this year because me and Mission's brotherhood is going on 3 years, and every time he speaks about the leaderboard or the vision board, he talks about how him and Houston literally sat down, told each other how they were going to manifest the podcast, and look at them now. Shout out to UTV.
Shout out to YouTube. Yes. Okay. So it's so important though, right? We talk about, you know, what we're doing, but the manifestation part of it, right,
Yes,
fellas?
yes, you gotta speak.
You know, people forget how important your words are. You know,
Yeah.
but I say it all the time. If you knew how important your words were, you would never say another bad thing.
Power of the tongue.
Because what we don't understand is we control our brain, right? A lot of people get it twisted. They think that, oh, I'm this way because that's just how my brain works. We control our brain. We can tell it. You ask me, how do I get up and run? Because I get out there, it's freezing cold, -4 degrees one day this week. And I get out there and I'm like, we doing this, you know? And my brain is telling me, you know, no, bro, it's too cold. You could go back and lay down until the kids get up. No, I'm going to do this. So manifestation, right? And how we control our brain. And this dream board party is kind of another form of manifestation, you know, and brain control. Because what do we do? What are communities based off what they see? You know what they say? You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a bad community, you're gonna kind of grow up with this vision of the world that the world's bad. You know, people get robbed. You go across 8 Mile, or you go farther in another city to someone that lives in Pleasantville. They're gonna say, almost cussed. They're gonna say stuff like, I don't think the world's racist. I don't think cops are bad. You know, because they live in that realm where their mind has been trained, right? So I just want to go around briefly and ask you guys, you know, a couple of things you would put on your dream board. And I'm gonna start by saying one of the things I'm gonna put on my dream board is the collective part 2.
Sweet. That was a good one. That was a good one. Because I've made quite a few boards. They are roadmaps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One thing that I had to learn though, my new one, I won't make it so how should I say materialistic.
Got you.
Because a lot of times when we look at the material world, you look at the lust of it, but you don't really look at the cost of it.
Oh, yeah.
And then the maintenance of it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the maintenance of having let's say a Porsche.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at it like, oh man, well, how much is tires? Oh man, that was $400 a tire. Like what? You know what I'm saying? When you thinking about oil change, $1,200. No one's thinking about those things. When you thinking about the cost of maintaining that and keeping that, you know, and then more so not putting my mindset into slavery. And what I mean by that is by buying all these extravagant things that I have to work the rest of my life for just to maintain.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then you
preach.
like, at the end of the day, as a man, you just looking at something that sits outside, that's just getting hit by the elements,
Yep.
that you paying $1,000 a month for.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not really thinking about the long term of how you really spending your money. So a lot of our wealth is just going on our glamour. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So that's my new vision board is not on the glamour, it's more so on making things to extract money.
Yeah, investment, and
Right.
stuff that, pour your money into something that's going to pour money into you.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That's
yes,
what
brother.
that's where I'm on now.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Brown?
As I always say, trying to be 10% better than what I was the day before, giving grace and understanding that everything runs on a structured system. And even though that the system may not be structured, it still was a system. Just because you don't like the system, then either become the change or fall with the demise. But people don't also understand when you take credit for the change, you also have to take credit for everything that goes wrong with it too. So
Ooh, I love that.
learning how to respond and learning when to respond and how to respond is also something I'm learning to do. So as much as I try to beat everybody on transparent and communication, my hour in the shower, I reflect how I also can be better on communication and transparency.
I love that, man.
Like I tell everybody, 10% is the goal every day. You try to be 10% better than what you were yesterday.
Kaizen.
So if you can get 10%,
Yeah, that's
Cool.
Kaizen, continuous improvement. That's corporate strategy, brother. I love that, bro. Continuously improvement. Okay. All right, brother. Shout out to the sunglasses. We got a blues brother in the
oh yeah,
building.
man! Shout out to IMAX. We got these from the 3D joint. I don't know what movie this came from, but it probably was Moana or something. But yeah, shout out to Moana and Disney Channel.
Hey,
Disney Channel.
just-
Come over here and love us too. We got the kids at the community center too.
So
Yep.
it's like Disney money.
Yep. We got Greenfield and Grand River World. Yep. Come on and bring us some love.
For the people that are watching, you can't tell, but there are huge lights and they're all pointed directly at him.
Yeah, we got about 7 F-150 headlights pointing at me right now, and it's they are booming and glooming. Shout out Josh to the good quality equipment. We got good quality equipment. Shout out to Josh.
But what about you, Mr. Keys?
That's a good question. And the best way I can answer that is me learning how to sit, observe, and listen more.
Right.
You gonna put that on the vision board?
That's one of my
Right.
That's one of my vision
It's
boards.
in your chair.
Eyes, and ears.
One thing that I learned about by being out for a minute, I had to change, and that's growth.
Yep.
And I have to be prepared for it. You never know when growth may hit you.
Amen.
You never know. And the thing that I'm working on mostly now is better, more respect, demand it by showing it, by giving it. So the only way I can do that is by listening and observing.
Amen.
For
I
sure.
learned that. I had to sit down with some of my family members, and they spoke the real to me. And You know, I'm not gonna lie. The thing like I said, address the elephant in the room. Being comfortable can get you
Oh
nowhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nowhere.
complacent, right?
But when you are uncomfortable, I promise you, you can't go places.
Man.
You're going to go places. You're going to go higher than what you think you're going to go.
Oh
Sure.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I had to learn the most by sitting at home and actually no phone. Literally, first time in a while. Literally no phone in like 3-4 days. No tablet, no TV. Just like literally just sitting there, just addressing everything that's going on in life, and then addressing your things with your kids. It's like I'm like, dang, I ain't had this much time with my kid in a minute. Like, okay, I'm doing this with him. I'm doing this with her. Okay, this what I miss. This what I go outside and do it for. It's just like reassuring yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But mostly for me, for my vision board, it's more so, of course, money. Of course, everybody loves money.
Mhm.
Money gonna come.
Yeah.
It don't define us, but
Speaking of money, bro. Speaking of money, I had money defined in a different way for me, and since then it's changed the way I look at everything. So, and the way it was defined was that money is actually hours of other people's life.
facts.
And that changes everything. It changes the way you look at it, because now instead of a resource, you're actually looking at this is someone else's life pouring into your pockets, or hours of your life
No.
pouring into someone else's pocket. So now you're a little more strategic about how you give those hours out. You feel me? There's people that make $15 an hour, so when they go to McDonald's, they just spent an hour worth of their day. And if they went with their family, then they probably spent 3 hours worth of their day to get a meal. You know what I mean? And that changes the perspective on everything, right? Now it's like, okay, so when I'm pricing stuff out, I'm thinking about the hours that mission had to sit behind the mixer. I'm thinking about the hours that Josh had to sit behind the camera. The hours it took for me, Ashiki, you, and Jerome to plan this out, because remember, money's hours of our life. So what is this worth? You know?
Well, that could anger you.
Yeah.
It can't anger you, and the reason why I say it could anger you is because we all operate at different levels, and then depending on what level you are on, and let me be clear. By us all being human, no one's better than the next man.
Nope.
Facts.
By us all,
We human beings.
right? But what I mean by levels is your responsibilities, and like my responsibility right now, I have to deal with how am I going to help my crew eat?
Oh,
How
that's
am I
every day
going
for me, brother?
Right, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so that right there is always a challenge too, because it's not like just giving. So
Yeah.
it's something that it's a hunt every single day.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes, it is.
You know, so and that stress is every man's stress or every person's stress,
But
because
it
they don't have,
should be though. If we should be hunting together.
right. But some people, but what I mean by
Some
that
people
is
can't hunt.
right. Some people can't have because of their position.
You might bring a knife.
Because of their position.
Yeah.
Because, okay, you have to operate like we said, McDonald's.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the guy who owns McDonald's is hunting for those customers to pay for his clientele every single day, because without that clientele, then that worker can't eat.
Well, what's the value? What's the value then?
Because of the price. That's why I
Right.
said you'll be mad, because
Right.
you're like, well, it's like us in our position of being on the forefront, or we'll say piloting this. The things that we're looking at, the cost, and we can't put a price on that.
It changes our perspective.
Right, because if we was to put
Right.
a dollar figure on that, then everybody would be looking at us like crazy. 'Cause
Right. Whereas some people,
your number would be
whereas
like,
some people
If
are.
I did put a dollar price on it, what would it be?
No, we're not doing that. You don't make us leave out of here angry, okay?
No, that's why I just somebody said you put a dollar
But
price
no,
on it. Yeah.
but it's the difference between the perspective of somebody in town square on the ground looking up at the beautiful building, and the people in the executive suite looking around from the top floor. That's the difference of perspective. You're in awe of the building, and the person on the top floor is up there actually trying to figure out how to make sure that this building stays available. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying, brother.
Let me put it to you this way: like I had a privilege of like knowing Tom Izzo.
Oh,
So
wow.
when I'm able to speak with him, I'm not speaking sports.
Oh, no.
So I'm speaking business
Oh, yeah.
because in his world, sports is just one part of it, but the rest is business.
Oh, yeah.
Like he said, like, well, I have to manage, 25 CEOs, and they all high performers.
Mhm.
So he has to manage all of them because they're team players.
Yep.
And remember, they're getting paid too,
Yep.
so he has to manage them and keep them in check.
That's why you be walking around here with that Spartan gear on, man. Listen, I be looking like, God damn it. Cut that, I'm sorry.
But sometimes when we talk, it's about perspective because you have to think about it. When a man is making $10 million a year,
Mhm.
and then we're talking about the hours, but he's sometimes, he's putting literally 48 hours almost just lack of sleep.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Not
what I'm
even
saying?
almost. That's the
And
truth.
then you have to think about it. His program is putting millions of dollars to the school.
Yeah.
Wins bring millions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we look at it from that way, we put a price on a person's value. We have to look at what all they're bringing in.
Absolutely.
You know.
What I was getting at, and that's an absolute truth, what you're saying. But what I was getting at was that I'm a leader of men. I feel like we can all hunt. You know, the problem that we have in our community is twofold. It's one that the hunters don't want to teach people how to hunt, and the people that don't. And the other problem is that the people that don't know how to hunt don't want to hunt. So we find ourselves in situations where the hunters are being overwhelmed. You know what I mean? Because people just openly don't want to hunt, and they'd rather just sit around and wait for the hunters to bring back the food and eat off of their plate. So,
That's conditioning.
yep, it's conditioning. It's
Yeah.
conditioning.
And I think that comes from structure.
Oh yeah.
Well, when we look at, you just
It's
hit
systematic.
you just hit
You don't know.
a nail because you have to think of what you just said, a leader of men. In America, under our community, that would be rare.
Mm.
The reason why it's rare is because we have Big Mama.
Yep.
And our structure in America is made off of Big Mama, what we're
Intentionally.
talking about. But if you go to Africa, you go to the Caribbean, they ain't having that.
Yeah.
Big Mama is not running things.
Yep.
Big
Yep.
Mama has her place of raising the
Yep.
family. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And
Ooh.
yeah, she does work and then she
If you
does
go
help.
anywhere else,
Right,
if
it's
you go
just the
anywhere
American
else.
mindset that we stand on. That
Really, it's
Big
not
Mama-
even. It's not.
Yeah.
It's.
You can't go to a Hispanic
Right.
or an Asian. You
That's-
cannot ever do that.
That's what
or
I was
Arabic
getting
or
at.
anybody
It's in
else.
our
It's
community. It
American.
was systematically put in our community because when we do this, when we stand up like this, and we come together as a collective, I got you. When we come together as a collective, that is the most powerful thing that can happen. Men leading the community,
Mhm.
that's the most powerful thing that can happen. And when they see that happening, it usually gets broken down. But
We
gonna close it out. We're gonna close it out. Listen, this is amazing. We have to do this a little more often.
Yeah.
We have to do this just a little more often, guys. I want to make sure that we're letting the community know that we're here. We are having these conversations, shining that light, bro. This has been the Collective Podcast. Really quick, go around, tell them your name. If you got social media handles you want to add, anything that I missed, please feel free to add in. Let's start on this side.
Yeah. I say y'all know who it is. Y'all favorite facility manager, Stan Keys. Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Stan Keys, and you can follow me on.
What's your favorite? Coming to an Amazon near you, baby. All Amazon. I was like, all of them. All right now. He's on the Michigan Board State Facilities.
And on Instagram, you can follow me on It's That Boy 3. Hit me up.
Okay.
It's her crew. And right after that, next week, we also have the Kwanzaa. So you got to pull up to the Kwanzaa event, man. We got 5 days worth of Kwanzaa. However your heart feels is as big as your hug should be. So make sure that the donation matches the hugs with the smiles and the heart. So we up here all week, man.
Yeah, and maybe you might catch Jerome without the sunglasses on.
You might catch me without
Oh
the
my
sunglasses,
God.
but hopefully we don't have 5 F-150s standing in front of you. You know what I'm saying?
No, let's keep it that way. He's a superstar. Let's keep it that way, man. He's a superstar. So, well, I'm a Shike Jamu, Pop Solutions, the collective, founder of the collective, man. Much love, honor, and respect to everybody, and let's fight the ones that's against us.
Right. Peace and love, everybody. I learned that from BTROIT_Drew, Andrew Lane on Facebook. And you can hit my website, streamtechdetroit.com. Listen, we're just trying to bring light to this. These are my brothers. You're gonna be seeing us interchangeably so, because sometimes Mission will be here and I'll be there, and we'll all be switched around, but it'll always be this brotherhood. And the
It's
reason
the collective.
Oh man, that's my dog. That's exactly what I was gonna say. The reasoning behind it is because we're a collective. We are a collective. So thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We got more coming to you very, very soon. So make sure you tune into our Facebook page at the Collective Workforce Hub. And until next time, peace.